Hey, Vito La Fata here with Fitness Profit Systems and the Fitnesspreneur's Life Show. And welcome to our third installment about how to get started online, where today we're going to be talking about online tools. Everybody wants to go out there and complicate what it is to get online. And not that there aren't a lot of intricacies and nuances and things to learn. Absolutely. We talked about you got to be committed to learning this business. But nowadays, if you still think it's really complicated to get email marketing up, to get a website up, to get a newsletter going, to get a blog going, to get your social media, you just haven't looked at the technology in a long time. Because now a lot of things are templated, push and play, that they're very easy to get these things up. So all these things, for the most part, you can potentially set up this week. The only one that might take a little bit longer is a website, because that's got a lot more to do and it usually has programming and things. Although I'm starting to see more and more services coming out that allow you to get your websites up faster. But let's tackle today some of the resources and tools that I've checked out that can potentially help you to get online pretty much right now. Start that process of getting your content distribution out, set up your 5 platforms, build your world stage, get your authority and positioning in the market known, and start crushing your business. Let's jump in right away to looking at blogs. Blogs, remember I said my favorites. Blogs, I freaking love blogs. Now, easiest thing I've ever come across when it comes to blogs is a website called Tumblr. Tumblr is an easy website. Tumblr.com. Tumblr.com. Pretty much 60 seconds from now, you can go onto Tumblr.com and set up a username, password, and set up a blog, because it acts exactly like Facebook. It's as simple to set up as a Facebook account is. And it's simple to add pictures and graphics and videos and all that. I mean, push a button type stuff. You can have a blog up, and it acts like a social feed the same way Facebook does. So other people that are on the blogs can start following your stuff, seeing your stuff, and getting connected to it. It can post to Facebook for you. So right away, you can create the blog, post it to Facebook right from Tumblr. It's pretty badass. So I've just listened to Fit Pros that are just like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting a blog going and all that. And I'm like, you've been thinking for 6 months about it. What the F is taking 6 months? 60 seconds, go to Tumblr. Even a WordPress blog can be set up faster. But WordPress just requires a little bit more. You might need a little help with it. You can hire somebody from Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. You can hire somebody to help set up a WordPress blog for you. But Tumblr, super easy. Do it yourself. Don't waste time. Don't waste money. Get a blog set up. But what's important about that blog is what we said. How do you put the content out there? You know your tribe. You know who you're trying to talk to. You know who you're trying to serve. You know what you got to put out there. Start creating content and articles that's based around that tribe. Not just trying to talk to everybody, because then you get heard by nobody. Start focusing in. Now, in blogs, yes, you want to start knowing about keyword research and things like that. And how do I understand how to put keywords into my blog so that they rank higher? And when people are Googling, you find more. That's way beyond the scope of just looking at how to add some online tools right now for you. But you can develop that. You could go to Mr. Googs, the Mr. Googs, and you start typing in, how do I prepare keyword content? And there's going to be articles all over about that for you to start learning about that. We talked about that commitment to stuff. I just want you to know that, hey, if you can go to Tumblr.com, you can have a blog up right now, and then you can just start putting your content out. Can you always go back and fix it as you learn more? That's what I did. I used to put blogs out. Then when I got better at them, I would go back and fix them up more, put more keywords in, link things better, link them to other blogs so that they had more connection, more sharing. Backlinking is something that you can always look up as well. But what's important is that at the bottom of blogs now, because Facebook and Google, they love what's called native advertising content. So when you're driving and you're creating Facebook ads or buying Google AdWords and things like that, and you're driving the ads to content and blogs, Facebook and Google love that stuff. So they give it extra attention. But the thing is that in a blog, your mission isn't to sell in a blog. Your mission is to 3 E's. Well, let's make sure we are clear on that any of these platforms, Remember we talked about that you always want to educate, communicate, and automate? Yes. But inside the content of these, you always want to educate, empower, and entertain. So that's why you're doing more storytelling and not just being like so boringly factual in your writing. Educate, entertain, and empower. Have fun, tell stories, use metaphors, use success stories, talk about other clients, talk about your life, talk about the things that are important and relevant to those people. So you're not just randomly talking. Remember, you're always trying to gear everything towards what's relevant to your tribe. So in those blogs, at the bottom of them, you could start creating lead boxes or lead links that allow a person to be like, hey, if you really like this article, I have another article on the 5 ways to get back pain free. And that box leads to your opt-in. Remember that we talked about all the 5 stages and platforms are all about building your list. No matter what you do with these 5, they all have to somehow lead back to your opt-ins, so that way you can grow your list and put things into your email management system. That's the main thing you want to think about with all this stuff. If you don't have opt-ins and you're not driving traffic to your opt-ins and ways that people can get more, you're just putting content out and it's just going nowhere, because you're never actually building your list. Then you're actually never going to get to communicate to them. You're never going to get to make sales with them. So always think about how to add those opt-in pages. I talk more about that in my courses, the Experts Platform Form and stuff, how to get that stuff going and build that kind of stuff, which is something you can always check out. But newsletter. Newsletter is as simple as go to ConstantContact.com or go to Fiverr.com. Constant Contact has templates of newsletters that you can use, done for you. Pretty looking, they're easy to manage and all that stuff. The only thing that sucks about Constant Contact is you have to have 2 separate email lists. You have to have an email list in Constant Contact, and then you have to have an email list in your management. That means you're managing 2 softwares. Is that the end of the world? No. Is that a pain in the ass? Yes. I prefer instead building an HTML newsletter that you can load up into your email management system and use that. And you can get that from Fiverr.com. You can just pay somebody on Fiverr.com to create an email HTML site newsletter for you. You can even Google HTML newsletter templates and find all that. That's not hard. It's just a matter of then getting somebody to plug it into your email management system, so that when you get ready to send it out once a month, it looks nice, it loads up in your emails, and you can pump it out. But Constant Contact or Fiverr.com or pretty much Google HTML newsletters, and you got that set up. Most important thing inside your email newsletters is just entertain, empower, educate. Give them entertaining articles. Give them, like, if you've ever been to our new Fitnesspreneur's Life newsletter, we have a print and a digital one. But in it, I have stuff about travel, I have stuff about high performance, I have stuff about marketing, leadership, communication, even just little puzzles and stuff, because people like to sit around and be like, oh, I'm sitting around the house, I'm gonna do this little crossword puzzle. Oh, you know what, check out this thing I never knew about Austin, Texas. Maybe I wanna take a trip there. They like just varying content, so it's not just content burying in their head boring technical stuff. You do that, no one's gonna subscribe to your newsletters. And just like I named my newsletter, the Fitnesspreneur's Life newsletter. It connotates something. There's a message to it. Not just on my opt-in page, when you put on your websites, subscribe to my newsletter. Nobody cares about a newsletter until they know it adds value to them. So always ask yourself, is my newsletter adding value? That'll help keep you on track if you're building a good newsletter and you're making it enticing to them. The more you can even sub-niche that newsletter down to, like, my newsletter is there to help marathoners. My newsletter is there to help baseball players. My newsletter is there to help people in rehab. Whatever it is that your thing is, the more sub-niche you can make it, the more people will gravitate towards it, because you can always market into that small tribe. Tribes are so much better than trying to talk to everybody else. Social media. Listen, pretty much anybody can set up a Facebook page now, an Instagram account, Twitter account, and all that. It's more about in the social media when you're on Facebook and you're going to create your business-like page. I sometimes believe a business-like page is even more important than your website, because more people look through Facebook, and Facebook ranks now in Google. Facebook business pages rank in Google. And because more people interact with your Facebook pages than your website, having a Facebook business page is a critical step in your business. It's free to do. The only thing that it costs is if you're driving traffic to ads and content, things like that. That's what it costs. But setting it up is a lot cheap, is free compared to your website and opt-in. So make sure that you're thinking about, how do I create, brand, and establish a tribe and presence on my Facebook so that I'm driving traffic to my business. That's why I congregate my tribe, and off you go. Facebook has got amazing stuff. There's Scott Rawcliffe. He's pretty much one of the Facebook gurus in our fitness industry. Look him up, Google him, and you can find out a lot more about what's being done on Facebook, how to build that stuff. He even builds that stuff for you. Highly recommend him. He'll knock it out of the park for you. Websites and opt-ins. Websites, those can be more costly. Those can be a little bit more of a pain. Those things can range from a couple grand into the tens of thousands of dollars. And unless you really know how to go in there and create those things, it's better to go with a templated version. You can always, FitPro sites have some templated fitness-specific websites. You can always visit my site, and I'll give you there's a link on how to go find FitPro sites and all that. But those guys will help get you going on that. Otherwise, I favor LeadPages. LeadPages is a templated system that creates your opt-in pages, your funnel pages, and all that stuff. That's more template plug and play, and you can get that at leadpages.net. Or visit, again, my site. You can always go to my resource section and find that kind of crap. But those are much more important. But what's important about a website and an opt-in is that on your page, on your website page, the most important thing, don't let a graphic designer design it. Let a marketer design it, or you know what it is. I teach that stuff in the Experts Platform Formula. But it's really all about, do I have an opt-in, a way for somebody to give me their email and their contact information right in the top of my website? So before somebody has to scroll down, typically up here in the right-hand corner, do I have an opt-in? Is it something enticing? Not that like, opt-in for my newsletter, which nobody gives a crap about. If maybe you talk to people with back pain and you had your top 5 strategies for relieving back pain, name an email here, get my report. Cool, awesome. Top 3 strategies for losing weight without working out at a gym. Ooh, interesting. Here you go. Whatever your tribe is, create that report, create that PDF type thing, have the opt-in up there, something that delivers value in exchange for that valuable contact information. That's what's important on your website. When you have that there, opt-in pages are standalone ones. You've seen those where you go to a page and it's just basically like, free report reveals top 3 ways to relieve your back pain, name an email here. But there's nothing else. There's no other website, no other buttons, no other links, just that one thing. That's an opt-in page. LeadPages does a killer job for that. LeadPages even now has a template for a home page that looks like a website, that takes you in, and you can create all the other little pages using LeadPages templates. That I highly recommend that. It's so inexpensive, but what's important is that you understand just the psychology that goes into those things, which you can always, again, get committed to learning and digging into. And then finally, email. AOL, Yahoo, Gmail, those are not business email servers. Those are an email that you can have for somebody to get back to you. Cool. But when it comes to building your business, email servers are more like the things like Aweber, Infusionsoft, MailChimp, iContact, those kind of sites. Those allow you to actually build an email list. They actually deliver the emails from the internet service providers, making sure that emails actually get delivered. They allow you to create sub-lists and categories. They allow you to congregate people. They allow you to create autoresponders. So as you start to build email sequences, you don't have to re-push them out yourself. You don't do the manual labor of like, oh, I gotta send that email. Oh, I gotta send that email. Email management servers allow you to be like, hey, when somebody opts into this email goes out on day 1, this email goes out on day 3, this one on day 7, this one day 14, and the person's into a funnel of communication that's on autopilot. Remember I told you that part of the business of going online is learning how to automate? Email management systems are the way to do that. My favorite is Infusionsoft, but that's an expensive one to start out with because Infusionsoft is literally a small business management system. It does everything, collects money, sends out reminders, texts people, appointments, I mean anything and everything. But if you're new and you're just trying to get online, Aweber is like 29 bucks a month, I think, maybe less. Anywhere from 19 bucks a month to like 39 bucks a month, depending upon how many contacts and things you have in there. MailChimp is free. MailChimp is a great one to start out with. But you just got to get serious about getting the right tool, and your email marketing is really about, am I going to start communicating to my tribe? I'm going to start sending out an email once a week. I'm going to start sending an email that just directs them to my blog or to a new article. I'm going to send my newsletter via the email. The most important thing about all these things is that you have a call to action in all of them so that you're driving them always to what? To build your list. That's the most important thing that I want you to take away with these online tools and things that you want to just get started. But get yourself Aweber or MailChimp. Set that up super quick and easy. What's more important is, again, are you going to create that consistent schedule to start communicating with your people? You should. You should have your new client processes in there, your prospect follow-up things in there, just ordinary broadcasts that you want to send out. Look at LeadPages to start looking at setting up opt-ins and potentially like that website homepage. Otherwise, you're going to investigate into FitPro sites or some other people that will build websites for you. Social media. You can go set up your Instagram, your Twitter, and all that stuff. Your Facebook business like page. I want you to get serious about going and create that. You can always jump over to Fitness Profit Systems and see what that looks like. So you can see like, oh, how does he do this? How does he communicate? You can like that page and start to follow it so that you're always in the know about things that are going on. Newsletter, constant contact, or get somebody to build it at Fiverr, or look up HTML newsletter templates. You send that out via your email marketing. You drive traffic to that. Your email drives traffic to social media. Your email drives traffic to your website opt-in. All these things drive back to one another. And your blog, go to tumblr.com, set that up for free right now. Just get ready to start putting your message out in the world. Get ready to start educating people. Get ready to start communicating to people. Get ready to get your world stages set up so you can go out there and make that big difference and start taking your business to the online freaking world where 6 billion people are waiting for your message. I hope this little series about how to get online quickly, easily, and effectively has helped you start to get out there. You can always go to my site, vitolafata.com. Check out things that I have to help teach you out there. Start following, subscribe to the list. We're going to go out there and help you get into that online world where your message is waiting to take off. This is Vito La Fata with Fitness Profit Systems and the Fitnesspreneur's Life. I look forward to continuing to serve you on your journey to go out and make the big difference that you want. Cheers.